it is late at night, therefore I am making this video in January of 2025. Happy New Year! First of all, I usually do like a rundown of how the year that's just gone has been, and I'm gonna do that right now. And don't worry, this will be edited for brevity, as short as I can make it. I am going to be skimming over different months that didn't really have anything happen because, you know, January of 2024 started off pretty miserable actually, because we had COVID, which was fun. We had COVID over Christmas. I think it was just after Christmas. I put together the desk that I'm currently using now, and then we got COVID, and then that was that for a good few weeks. I couldn't work. I was working at the bar at the time. I couldn't work because I had COVID. I caught COVID from the bar while I was working just during Christmas, because I worked over the Christmas period and the people came in with COVID and they didn't self-distance, you know, all that kind of stuff. They just they didn't do social distancing essentially, and we got COVID. Yay. February I quit the job at the bar because of reasons. First of all, my mental health was deteriorating quite rapidly whilst working at the bar, and also there was somebody at the bar that I was working with that I didn't particularly like and didn't get along with very well, so I decided that it was a good idea to probably end that time and just get on with my day job, which is taking care of my mum. What else happened in February? I mean, Valentine's Day happened. Me and my partner didn't do anything for Valentine's Day itself, but we did the next day. We went on VR chat for a little while until my headset decided to die because I forgot to charge it. I've now sold it, by the way, to have money because, you know, times be hard. And also it went towards like groceries and stuff and saving up for, you know, when my partner decides to move over here, which is going to be happening in the next year or so, by the way. That's for next year, I guess. But yeah, that happened in February. And then March, Luna had her first kind of spell of the year, which was like a bad spell. It was not great, but she came back from it, so that was okay. That was fine for at least a while anyway. And then we started work on the house. We were doing a bunch of decorating and painting rooms and making things look nice essentially. And yeah, I changed my room around like twice, bought a new bed, which is a smaller bed, which is fine by me because I am a singular person. I don't live with a partner. The day I live with a partner is the day I'll get a double bed, but until then I have a single bed, partly because my room is like a glorified cupboard, so I have a tiny room. I can't fit a double bed in my bedroom no matter what I do. I can't have the luxury of spreading out like a starfish as I would, you know. My health in general kind of deteriorated over 2024, which is why this year is going to be a year of improvement in many areas of my life, including quitting smoking, which is actually going very well. However, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about 2024 and how that went. So it was pretty calm. April came around. It was my partner Swarm's birthday. We celebrated his birthday on the 3rd. Then it was my brother's birthday on the 21st, and we celebrated that. And then my partner was meant to come over here in May. Ended up not coming because he got in a car accident, which was real great. He's fine, by the way. Him and the person that he was driving with is absolutely fine. They're all fine. Everything's all good. The insurance paid out for their car, so it's all good because it wasn't their fault. It was the other person's fault because there was a faulty brake, which is technically their fault because they should have got it checked. But the other people were fine as well, by the way. Everybody was fine in that situation. It was just very sucky because he missed his flight and he couldn't get another one because he had work. So he couldn't like just hop on the next plane, partly because he had been injured and it was not good for him to travel whilst dealing with like issues like, you know, he had he had injuries. It wasn't like it was a small car crash or anything. He had injuries. His car was smashed. It was totaled, but he was totally fine. He had a few injuries, obviously, but then obviously he spent a couple of days in the hospital, just kind of getting to be on observation, just in case he had like a concussion or something. And then he went home, and it was like, well, can't come now because like I have work that I was putting on hold. I might as well do that work. I'll come later in the year. Me and Swarm back in April got in a relationship with another person called Bunny, who's amazing, by the way. We're still friends, but we did eventually break up. But I'll get there I'll get there eventually. What else happened? Nothing else really happened. June came along. June was a very, very bad month. And the reason it was a very, very bad month, you've probably seen my video about it, is because my cat passed away, Luna, who was my little best friend, and I loved her to pieces. And she passed away back in June 16th is when she passed. And I'm okay now, but I wasn't okay back in June. Nothing of note happened in July. We were continuing to make improvements on the house. We're still to this day making improvements on the house. I started... Actually, no, I didn't start on the... No, I didn't start on the mural until later later in the year, but I'll get to that in a minute. July came and went. August came around. August, again, was pretty uneventful.
ASMR Thane right here. I forgot to mention that it was in August that that Bunny broke up with me and Swarm. She did it for personal reasons, nothing to do with me or Swarm. Everything's fine. In fact, me and Bunny still talk to this day. She's named Bun Bun on my Discord. I love her. She's now in a new relationship, and I'm very happy that she is. We're both very happy for her, and she seems like she's thriving. And I mean, I spoke to her during Christmas. I spoke to her for New Year. Like, we're still good. We're all good. But we did break up in August for good reason. I'm not going to go into the reason because it's personal to Bunny. But I will say that everything is fine, and we're all good. And she's still one of my best friends, and I love her to pieces. Anyway, go back to the video.
Cool. Gonna be real with you. There wasn't really anything that happened over the summer. It was all very chill, apart from obviously Luna passing away and a year since me and my very distant family now spoke. Me and that part of my family, we don't talk. We don't really interact. We just kind of two ships crossing in the night and don't really talk. Me and Swarm celebrated 2 years in June. I'm dumb. Yeah, we celebrated 2 years in June on June the 6th. That was kind of a big deal. 2 years. It's gonna be 3 years this year that I've been with this man. 2.5 altogether now. It's insane. First of all, it's crazy. I didn't really expect that to be a thing, but apparently he is still with me and he still loves me, so that's great. And I still love him, which is also very great. To those who are annoyed that I'm still with Swarm, fuck you. And I don't care. You can be as mad as you like, but it's my life and he's my partner and I love him very much and he's a good guy. September rolled around and it was a month until Swarm was going to be here. And here's the thing, I started on a mural in the bathroom in September. It's still not done, and it is January. I haven't finished it yet. Ask me why. I don't even know myself. I have no clue why it's not done yet. I just haven't got round to finishing it yet. And it's ever so dumb of me to not have finished it yet. But it's just one of those things, I guess. I also started going to see a psychiatrist. I went and saw a psychiatrist to be assessed for what I needed in regards to counselling. Given the last couple of years and things that have transpired within family units over the past couple of years, namely, I no longer talk to my little brother. Given the the breakdown of communication between me and my biological father, and me and my stepmother, and me and my little brother. Not necessarily me and my little sister. We just have never really spoken via internets or like texting. We've never texted anyway, so it doesn't really make much of a difference not talking to my little sister, because that just never happens anyway. So it didn't really make much of a difference. But I haven't really spoken to that side of my family because they're not really my... It's gonna sound harsh, but bear with me. They're not really my family because they're just not. I spent a lot of my life being pushed aside a little bit. I get it to a certain degree. Like I get a small part of it, again, to a certain degree. But I'm gonna be real. I talk with my friends online more than I talk to people who I've known my entire life. My biological dad I've obviously known since I was born. Like I don't talk to him. He hasn't spoken to me. We just haven't. And because of the breakdown of communication, I went and saw a counsellor who then referred me to a psychiatrist at a hospital to be like, hey, we're going to assess you for what you need, and then we're going to give you resources to go and find yourself and to refer yourself for. And then you can go for counselling for these things. And I was like, you know what? Fair. You know? I know you're a psychiatrist, but like, you clearly can't help. I clearly can't come to you every couple of weeks for a session. Clearly, you think I need more, which is true, because, and I'm good, this may shock you, this may come as a huge surprise to you. Oh my god, I was diagnosed with complex PTSD. Crazy! Given stuff that's happened in my life. Not even the last couple of years, like my entire teenage time and childhood, and then into my adolescence, like a lot has happened, and a lot has happened to me, and so I have complex PTSD, which is real fun. They said to me, you don't have bipolar, and I was like, are you sure? Because my mood swings are crazy. I go from like so fucking happy and absolutely fine to like so miserable and so depressed. How am I not bipolar? I don't get it. And they're like, you're just not. And I was like, so is my mood swings literally just... Are they literally just my complex PTSD, like, coming out in, like, a form of, like, aggression whenever I am triggered? Like, what's happening? Like, I could be triggered by the stupidest of things, to be fair. Like, have really stupid triggers, but they're also very valid triggers. There is no, like, stupid trigger. It's just that in my brain, my triggers, myself, like me, are dumb. Because they could be, like, the stupidest shit. Could be, like, the most mundane stuff that other people will find fine and be okay with. But for me, it's like, whoa. That's crazy. So I saw the psychiatrist. She referred me for some services. I then looked up those services when I got home. And discovered, one had an 18-month waiting list, which, if you know my law, I'm going to be moving away and moving in with my partner in like a year or so, and therefore cannot wait those 18 months, because I may not even be in the same area of England that I am currently in. I may be in a different area of England. The service, by the way, was to do with family issues. To talk about my family issues, because I have a lot of issues with regards to family, and it's a lot. So they were like, hey, to unpack this, go to like a specialist to talk about it. I looked it up. It's an 18-month waiting list, plus I have to pay for it. I haven't got the money to pay for it. Which leads me on to the other one. Abuse situation. Like I've been through it. Been through the ringer. Had a few experiences that I'm not particularly happy with. So they have like abuse services, like sexual, and also just not normal abuse, but like general like domestic abuse, essentially, like services. You have to pay for them, and they're not just like pay whatever you can, like I used to do with my counsellor back when I lived in Sussex. No. It is £40 a session, and I can't afford £40 a session. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for the amount of sessions that I'm gonna need. That's like a lot. I'm gonna need sessions probably well into my 30s. I'm 28 now. Ooh, I'm 28 now. I'm gonna need these sessions well into my 30s, maybe into my 40s. Like, it's gonna take a while for me to work through everything that I've got. I might have to go back and be like, hey, look, can I just see someone here? Because it's on NHS and I can get it for free and I don't have to pay anything. I just want help. I want help, I want support, that's all I want. I don't want to have to pay money to go to a specialist to talk about these particular subjects, because a lot of them are very complicated, and a lot of them I can't talk about on here, because a lot of them is like legal stuff, right? I can't talk about stuff. Can't you just treat me at the hospital? Can't you just, I don't know, get me to see a psychiatrist at the hospital? That'd be great, you know, who covers all bases, and I can just talk to about my issues. Apparently not. I have to go to specialists for that, because I have a lot of complex trauma. I have a lot of trauma. I have a lot of baggage, and it's all just there. And journaling doesn't help, because I write, and I could write pages and pages and pages about what's going on. It won't help me. So it has confirmed my belief that for me personally, therapy just seems to not work. That was all in like August, September time, that I went and did that, and then looked up the services that they recommended, and I was like, okay, so that didn't really work out all that well for me. I also went to the doctor back in August and was like, hey, I'm in a lot of pain a lot. Like, I have constant pain. Like, I have chronic pain. Isn't that crazy? What should I do? And you know what the doctor said? The doctor said you need to lose weight. And I was like, I know, but what's happening to me? She's like, yeah, no, that's what's happening. You need to lose weight. So all my back issues and the fact that if I use my arms too much, they hurt to the point of me like not being able to really lift them. That's all weight related. Right. Okay. So I've been going out for regular walks. Because that's as much as I can really do. It's not like I can go to the gym and lift weights and do rowing and all that kind of stuff like I used to do back when I was like a teenager. Because I used to go to the gym like every day. I was the fittest ever, and I still had this pain. So they ran a blood test. Turns out I had what's called folic anemia. Basically, I just don't have enough folic acid in my body, which is real fun, which meant that I have to take folic acid pills. I still have them. They're like, it's like a 5 milligram dose every day. One tablet a day. That's what I have to do to replenish the folic acid that is lacking in my body. And because, you know, I want to have kids that are healthy and can live happy, healthy lives, I have to take the folic acid so that my body, it doesn't affect my children. So that's real great. October rolled around and Swarm came to visit, which was awesome. And I was, and am, very happy about that. I was very excited, and we spent the whole week together because he was here for a week, because he couldn't have any more than a week because he had work and he couldn't stay for longer than that, which sucked.
ASMR Thane here again. Back at you with a little interject. Swarm's work is a leather worker, and so he has to be available around October, November, December because of Christmas. Because Christmas orders come in, because sensible people who decide they want stuff that is personalized for their family or friends or just general loved ones gets their orders in for October so that they're ready for December, so they have their Christmas presents all ready and waiting. And because so many orders come in that time of year, he couldn't stay for more than a week because he had orders piling up, and his phone had over 90 notifications when he got home that he had to respond to and say, hey, I'm back in the office, I can get back to work. He's a leather worker, as I said, which is why he needed to be back home, because he owns the business that he works for, so he is kind of the only person who can do his job. Yeah, so that's the reason. Anyway, get back to it.
But he's back for a month in April, so we're all good. And I'll tell you how that went. Probably in April, because I won't be able to keep my mouth shut until the end of the year. Anyway, so he was here for a week. He met my family. My family loved him. They adored him. They do adore him. They ask after him all the time. Every time my mum talks to any of my family, they're all like, how's Swarm? And, you know, she tells them how Swarm's doing and all that kind of stuff. And my brother loves him. My brother Chris adores him. Like, he's like, they are like best friends. Like, they're like soul brothers. Like, it's so cute. It's adorable because they just get on so well, and it's fantastic. And I love that, because then that makes me feel better, because then I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm so glad that my brother, who's like, Chris is like an important person in, like, obviously he's important to me because he's my brother, but like, he's an important person in my life. He's one of my favorite people in the world, as is my mum. But my mum already loved Swarm before he came to visit, so that wasn't really an issue. We didn't really have to worry about my mum because she already loves him. But we were like, is Chris really gonna love him when he gets over here? And he did. He loved him. He thought he was great. My aunt thinks he's great. My uncle thinks he's great. My other brother thinks he's great. My NB-in-law thinks that he's great. Like, they all think he's great. The only people that he hasn't met is actually my NB-in-law, my 2 cousins, and I think that's about it. Like, those are the only people he hasn't met yet, but he's meeting them in April, so thumbs up. October went very well, and my entire family loved him, and everything was great and all good. He went home, we cried. He bought me this bracelet that when I press it, it sends a signal to his bracelet, which is an I love you, and then he sends a signal back. He bought that the day that he left and went to stay at the hotel before he had his flight the next day. We cried. He bought his train tickets in front of me. Worst night of my life, because I was lying there. I'd just gone onto my period, so I was lying there next to him, and he did that in front of me, and I sat there and I was looking at him. I was like, well, why are you doing this now? Why couldn't you have bought these tickets before you came and landed in England? Why? I have told him that he needs to get all his tickets bought and everything before he gets here in April, because I don't want to be watching him buy his train tickets again to leave me to go back to Texas. I don't want that. That's not how my life is gonna go. That's not how his trip seeing me is gonna end. You just don't do that. You don't do it in front of your partner. You just don't do that. He sent me very cute videos. I will probably put one in the video and show you what he sent me, just a little bit, not like all of it, but like he sent me some cute ass shit. It was very sweet.
Hi, me again, yeah. Video exited out the moment I tabbed out, so like I was trying to go get a song to sing, but I really can't with a song to sing, so I can't do it. Yeah. I'm gonna clear all my Discord servers, so that's gonna be cool, you know, so I can have you, so I don't have to have my Discord notifications turned off or everything. There's like 32 app messages when I woke up, man. Kinda bad, you know? Gonna get back home 6 o'clock, maybe around about like 1 this time. Probably gonna fall asleep. Gonna call you, so you already know that. That's cool. Gonna call you every single day or every single time that I can land. Text you a whole bunch. They already know that. Yeah. I love you. I'll be calling you right now, actually. So, yeah. I'll talk to you again. I love you.
November didn't really have anything. And then obviously December. which was fun. Okay, October, November, December, I didn't stream. I took those months off. I have SAD, so I don't have a great winter time. I'm still not particularly having a great winter time, but I'm better than I was. Oh my god. I was horrible. I was not okay. First of all, I was completely not okay, and I shouldn't have been. Like, no. I would not do well in places where the sun don't fucking shine. Like Iceland. I would not do well in Iceland, especially in the winter, because the sun just never happens in the winter. It stays dark, or at least it just goes dark at like 2 p.m. So I was miserable over Christmas. Not like the whole of Christmas. Like, I wasn't miserable the whole of Christmas. I enjoyed Christmas Day. We had food, we opened our presents, we drank Baileys. Like, we had a good Christmas Day. But the problem is Boxing Day. And if you know the Thane lore, my dad died on Boxing Day of 2021. That was fun as hell. That was great. I had a great time that Christmas. It was great. It wasn't particularly great. I didn't enjoy it all that much. But yeah, my dad passed away, so we celebrated 3 years of no dad, which sucked tremendously. So that was fun, and then here we are. New Year happened, and here we are. It's gonna be a good year, as far as I can tell. I'm trying to start up commissions and stuff. I will say that I have got a Ko-fi page, or a Ko-fi page. I don't really know how you say it, but I have a page where you can buy a coffee, so I'm guessing it's like coffee. I don't know. Anyway, I have a page on there. I also have a throne, but I don't really put it out there that I have a throne. It's not really a necessary thing for me. I take donations on Twitch. I have a Twitch, as you probably will know. The link is in the description, along with 3 of my friends' links as well. So if you want to go and give them love, then please do. But yeah, I have my streaming squad that I'm going to be playing more games with this year. Oh, something I didn't mention that happened last year. I had a pregnancy scare. I took 4 pregnancy tests. It's safe to say I am definitely not pregnant. I'm not. But I did have a scare because I missed a period. And I never really miss periods all that often. It really doesn't happen all that often. So when I missed it this time, because of the events of October, because obviously me and Swarm had met for the first time in 2 years. So you can imagine the experience I had during that week. But because of that, I got a little bit, not scared, but like I had a moment of like, oh, am I? So we bought like 2 packs of pregnancy tests, and I took all 4 of them, and all of them came back not pregnant, but I kept checking just in case for the 2 or 3 weeks and / a month after he left. I'm now on Blue Sky. I'm not on Twitter anymore, I'm on Blue Sky, and I'm very happy to fucking be there, because oh my god, Blue Sky is beautiful, and I have never been happier on Blue Sky. Everyone is so nice on Blue Sky. They're so sweet. They're so nice. It's just very nice, and I have a very good time on there. I've made a couple of friends. I've got a couple of commissions from people and like done some art for people, and I've got an art trade going on at the moment. I'm still waiting for her side of things to happen, like give me art please, give me my art, I want my art please. But I got a commission from another artist, which was fucking awesome. I got for Swarm for Christmas, and it was, oh my god, he cried because it was so good. But yeah, I'm also going to be practicing my art a lot. And I have PNGs for sale that people can just have as OCs if they want on my Ko-fi. They're there. They're like £5 You have the option to pay more if you want, but they're £5. They're not very expensive. My plans for this year are just to improve on being, I guess, a better person, a better friend, a better everything, really.
Follow me on all my socials. It's most of it's all just Stain_Witch on Twitch and everything. But my Twitch link will be in the description if you really want to go and follow me on there as well and see me live. Well, you won't see me, you'll see my PNG. But I do like sit down videos like this because everybody knows my face by this point. Like, there's no point in hiding it. Have a good night, my guys. Subscribe, follow, like, all the fun stuff. And I'll see you guys next Monday with another sit down video. Goodbye. I need to go edit now.